Don't miss CCGCastle.com, best place for Pokemon trading card game. You can find singles for standard, legacy or expanded format, sealed products like booster box, teams, team decks. With TCG Center 5 code, you will get 5% discount on your purchase. Check video description or visit CCG. Hello, welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. Today we'll be looking at another deck, and this time I have another deck for the standard format. It's a Entei and a Pyroar. So yeah, if you're not familiar with the Entei, it's a 130 HP fire Pokemon which can have two tools attached to it. Has definitely strong attack flame screen for 30. For 1 fire and 1 colorless energy, and during your opponent's next turn, any damage done to Entei are reduced by 30. Also, hit tackle, he can hit for 130 with 2 fire and 2 colorless energies, and if you get tails, you need to dash 30 damage to yourself. Pyroar, we have 2 Pyros right here. We have the first one with Intimidating Main, which can prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from your opponent basic Pokemon, so 110 HP. Definitely a safeguard for basic Pokemons. They cannot attack you. Scorched Earth FAC, 60, and if you discard energy, you can hit for 30 more. Definitely strong. And also another Pyroar with Flare Command, which says once you get turn, you might discard a fire energy attached to this Pokemon, and if you do, switch one of your opponent benched Pokemon with his or her active Pokemon. So we can also have a catcher with the Pyroar, so definitely good thing, especially if you play against basic decks. I also running to Shaymin-EX for the setup, because I can also drop some cards with them. 12 Pokemons in total, so that's the full deck list that you can see right here. 12 energies in total also, and 36 trainer cards. From trainer cards I'm running also 2 Battle Compressor, which can help me to discard and maybe in theory attack turn 1 with the hit tackle if I can hit Battle Compressor for 2 fire energies. Blacksmith Seeker for Blacksmith and double Colorless, so then I can hit for a lot of damage with my Entei. But also it can help me to discard some other cards like the Wally, Hex Maniac, AZ, Blacksmith, depends on the situation where I'm playing. So I can also have turn 1 Wally into Pyroar, for example. So if I play against the basic deck, I can just lock him out on my turn 1. Escape Rope, if you play against card like Jolteon and you need to escape rope, for example your Entei from the active spot to remove that ability. Also 2 copies of Level Ball, so I can easily search my deck for Litleos and have them turn 2 into Pyroar. Copy of Startling Megaphone and Super Rod. Also 1 copy of Target Whistle for easy EX knockout like Shaymin-EX. 3 copies of Trainers Mails, 4 Ultra Balls, and 4 Seeker from item cards. From supporter cards, I'm running a lot of different supporter cards. The first one on the list is the AZ. With AZ, I can actually remove one of my Pokemons from play, like Shaymin-EX, or maybe even Entei with a lot of damage. Copy of Blacksmith, which can help me to accelerate my fire Pokemons by attaching 2 energies to one of them. Hex Maniac, just in case I need to have it against those Greninjas and other stuff that actually can be very annoying, like Vileplume. Single Lysandre, 2 copies of N, and 4 Professor Sycamore for draw. Also have 1 Wally, just in case I need to evolve into my Pyroar. 2 copies of Scorched Earth, just to have Stadium card in play, and actually can help me to accelerate a little bit more by discarding my fire energy from hand. 2 Fighting Fury Belts that can actually help me to increase the HP for 40 more on my Entei. Attack for 10 more. Single Float Stone, single Muscle Band that can actually help me to attack for more with my Pyroar, so I can actually hit for 80 and next turn for 110 with discarding just a single energy to knock out pretty much any EX in format, except for the Whaler, who is 250 HP of course. 4 double Colorless and 8 fire energies in total, so that's my deck list. So if you're looking for any of these cards, you can find them on CCGCastle.com as usual. I provide you the link in the video description. By typing TCG Center 5 code, you can also get 5% discount on your purchase, and don't forget to miss store, because it's definitely worth to check that. So yeah, before I'm going to deck test, I will also tell you that, for example, in this deck you can tag some other cards like Bursting Balloon, because Entei can have 2 tools. I also tried to play with that, but it's not that good as this deck list, because this deck list actually works a little bit better. Also, this is I should say some kind of the budget version of the deck, except for those Shaymin-EX. I mean, Entei is like $2 and Pyroar is like $1 right now. And pretty much if you're a standard Pokemon player, you should have all of these item cards already. And pretty much that's, in my opinion, all. Also, you can maybe try to think about a second battle compressor, or maybe to add more the second blacksmith, or maybe add more battle compressors, but that really depends on you. If you want to cut some cards like Escape Rope or maybe Level Ball, but I just stick with this list because this list show the best result for myself. So yeah, let's do some game tests so you can actually see this. Alright, so let's kick off with this Pyroar Entei deck, and let's try to see how good it is. So my opening hand, no basic Pokemon, which means that my opponent can take one extra card, but he was able to find not one, but actually two of them. And I'm starting with my Litleo in the front. Okay, at least I have Level Ball and Ultra Ball and Float Stone, so I can have my Entei in the active spot. So let me see, Level Ball for another Litleo, and how many Pyroars? I have 2 Shaymins and 2 Pyroars left in my deck, so this is good. Do I have Blacksmith? I have, and 4 via Seekers. Alright. So Ultra Ball, 2 Fire Energies, for that Shaymin-EX. And I can set up for 4 extra cards. Hopefully I can find Entei so I can attach my double Colorless energy unit. No sign of the Entei, but at least I can grab one with Ultra Ball, and after that I can just play my N. So far so good, and for 6 cards. Alright, not bad. Of course, retreat down to the Entei, battle compressor, so I can thin a little bit more of my cards on the deck, and I can also discard that Blacksmith. I don't need Hex Maniac in my discard pile, that's for sure. I can use AZ, that's also very good thing. Trainers Mail for Fighting Fury Belt, I guess I can't refuse that. And pretty much that's it. So for the next turn I can use the Flame Screen for 40, unfortunately not enough for the knockout. I can have one of my Pyroars into play. And there's a Professor's letter from my opponent. Unfortunately not the good one Pyroar for this matchup. For this matchup I need Pyroar with the Catcher ability, because it can help me a lot. And there's a Hex Maniac, very interesting, and my turn. So, Trainer's Mail. Can I hit maybe via Seeker? Yes, I can. And I definitely want to take a Blacksmith from my discard pile and to attach 2 energies onto my Entei, and I can just use my Hit Tackle, which can actually help me to knock out this Cable on my turn 1 with the Hit Tackle and to grab my first prize. And I actually didn't do any damage to myself, which is definitely good. And the prize card is a Scorched Earth. Alright, not bad. Even if Garchomp comes into play, he cannot one-hit me knockout. No big deal. I have that Fighting Fury Belt, so there's a teammate, so probably for some kind of drop supporter for the next turn, and maybe Rare Candy or Garchomp, depending on what he had in his hand. But again, taking only Garchomp without additional Pokemon to your bench is not a good thing, because I can hit for 140 and knock out with one hit that Garchomp, because Garchomp is a 130 HP Pokemon. So yeah, so for now he can hit me only for 120, but with something like another strong energy and Xerosic, for example, or Startling Megaphone, it would be enough. So I managed to win first game, so let's kick off. And let's see how good can I set up. So I'm starting with my Entei in the front, and I have Litleo in Pyroar, so this looks promising. I also have the Trainer's Mail, so maybe I can find something good with it. On the other side, Night March. a nightmare, I guess. So a battle compressor. What can I grab right here? Probably 2 of my energies and maybe Blacksmith. I'm going to risk a lot right here, so Trainers Mail for Target Whistle or Muscle Band. So I'm going to grab that Muscle Band, and I'm also going to attach with my Blacksmith 2 of my energies onto the Entei. So I'm taking a huge gamble right here. What else I can do? I can attach 1 of my energies onto Litleo and pass the turn. So if I can survive turn 1 attack from that Boopkaboo, so all he really needs is to hit for 170. That's 9 Night Marchers or 8 Night Marchers in this pile and Fighting Fury Belt. Probably it's going to happen. Maybe I can set up with my Entei Intensifying Man and maybe block my opponent. Who knows, there's a Trainer's Mail. And another Boopkaboo. Maybe I should actually don't go with that Blacksmith. Maybe I should just go straight away with Professor Sycamore for the fresh hand of the 7 cards. But who really cares? It's a Night March. 3 energy in play on my turn 1. 3 Lampens for my opponent on the turn 1. And there's another Bell Compressor. So if he can get 8 Night Marchers and Fighting Fury Belt, DC and the Dimension Wally, then pretty much that's GG, I guess. Maybe he decides to discard 1 of his Hex Maniac. Hex Maniac is definitely the card that he needs in this matchup. If it's in the prize, then I can actually have some chance to win. So I saw 5 Night Marchers and Professor Sycamore, and there is Puzzle of Time, so I would assume that he have 2 Puzzle of Times. That's definitely the perfect start that he can get, but nope, just a Puzzle of Time and Shaymin for 4 cards. So he's setting down for some extra cards, so he still needs Dimension Wally and double Colorless energy to attack. Alright, so there is 1 more Joltik, and this is also Phoebus. Another round of Battle Compressor, so 5. Yeah, he can discard 3 more Night Marchers, and then he have 8 Night Marchers in total. Then all he really needs is that Fighting Fury Belt and the double Colorless energy with the Dimension Wally for turn 1 knockout. Alright, so actually there's a Xerosic and another Shaymin-EX. Okay, so how many Night Marchers? 7. Also Xerosic is good. And Town Map. So right now I will see what he have in his prize cards. Dimension Wally and double Colorless. I guess it's not bad. I mean, he still have that. Oh, I survived the third one. You gotta be kidding me. So there's a Pyroar, and what should I do? Should I catch Phoebus or go straight away for the Night March? Flare Command for that Phoebus, I guess. I just don't want to bump his discard pile with more and more Night Marchers, so just a knockout. I actually didn't attach energy this turn. Oh, look at this Pyroar. I was searching for that Pyroar, but I was not able to find it. Maybe he have right now teammates, or maybe he can find teammates, and with the teammates he can grab double Colorless and Dimension Wally, but actually there's a Hex Maniac. Yeah, teammates. That's the card I was scared about. So with the teammates, I mean, yeah, Entei will survive somehow, that's for sure, because it's actually 170. It's like 200 HP Pokemon, and he have only 7 Night Marches in his discard pile. So I can next turn just once. Nah, still I have 160. Still I will survive, but I will not be able to knock out that Boopkaboo next turn. Yeah, what a shame. What a shame. Flare Command, who is going to be another target? Maybe Shaymin. I mean, Flame Screen again for just 30. I mean, I would be able to knock out Joltik, but then he would be able to knock me out. So without Float Stone or double Colorless Energy, he can't attack, so I still can buy some time right here. There's a Ultra Ball, so he discarded Hex Maniac. I need to count the number of V-Seekers in his discard pile, and in total it's 0. And another Phoebus. Another Phoebus and the V-Seeker for Professor Sycamore. So he is going down to 14 cards. If he cannot hit Float Stone or double Chorus, one double Chorus in discard pile, so far so good for me, I guess. Then I can maybe, if I can hit a supporter card next turn, or maybe Pyroar, I can maybe try to go for that Phoebus knockout. Not sure yet. So how many V-Seekers? Just one, and there's a puzzle of time. He already played one puzzle. What he can do right here. I mean, a lot of options for that Night March deck. Just to rearrange the top 3 cards, and it's my turn. Super Rod. I guess I don't need Super Rod. I mean, I can take the risk. I can definitely take risk and knock out maybe that Phoebus, but in that case, yeah, I will just do that. I mean, it's one less it's one less chance for my opponent that he can actually get 2 cards or 1 card from his discard pile, and there's a Level Ball. Oh, not bad. With the Level Ball, I can get my Litleo for the Pyroar, and maybe I can stalk some time. Who knows? I also have that Super Rod. It will depend on the top deck next turn, so there's another puzzle of time. I should say that Startling Megaphone was just huge, and there's a Hex Maniac, so he can play right now Hex Maniac and shut down my ability. There's a Night March, so I'm going to be knocked it out, that's for sure. And he's probably going to take double Colorless Energy. I would assume that he will take double Colorless Energy. So let's see. Oh no, Lampent. Oh, interesting. So, Level Ball. Do I have another Pyroar? Yes, I do have. What should I do? Should I go with Professor Sycamore right now or not? I mean, I don't know if he have a chance to Lysandre me, so I don't know. I will definitely play Super Rod for 2 of my energies and Entei, and I'm going to pass because I have 100% Pyroar for the next turn, so that can actually help me to stay in the game. But then again, if that Milotic enters the play, he can just grab Hex Maniac again and easily knock out my Pyroar, and that's probably going to happen. And there's another Night March. Probably for another double Colorless. Alright, so there's a Pyroar, and unfortunately it's a Sycamore, it's not an N. Alright, I actually managed to find something right here. I have Scorched Earth, so I can grab 2 extra cards. Escape Rope, it's not a bad. I guess I'm going to play my Ultra Ball right here for one of my Shaymins. And actually with the Shaymin I can set up a little bit. Plus I can also attach energy and do some damage. Maybe he just decided to promote Joltik. And that's how I can actually grab 1 prize. He didn't decide to take that double Colorless, so he should probably came in front with that Joltik, and I have double Colorless ready, so I can just get rid of that Joltik. Very nice with my Sky Return. I'm going to play another Shaymin for extra setup. Very nice, another Litleo. And this looks very good right now. So I can Sky Return, and I guess I can promote. So he lost one of his double Colorless energy. I took one more prize. It's a Ultra Ball, so I guess I can promote one of my Enteis again in the front. For the next turn I have huge N in my hand, so I can actually end my opponent. I can also play Blacksmith, so I can start to attack with my Pyroar, so I have a lot of options. Not sure what should I do. So there's a Dimension Wally. I also have Lysandre in my hand, so I can actually knock out another Night Marcher from my opponent. Or I can maybe just go for that Phoebus instead of the Pookaboo. I will see, definitely. A Target Whistle. Okay, so energy to the Shaymin. A Lysandre onto the Phoebus. Ultra Ball for Target Whistle for Professor Sycamore, and Target Whistle for another Pyroar. So I actually have double Pyroars right now onto my bench. He's down to 3 prizes, so I guess right now it's time to... Well, I cannot play N. I can play Shaymin. And I actually need for next turn knockout over that Shaymin-EX, and I don't know if I'd be able to do that. So there's a Battle Compressor. Let me see. Energy, Hex Maniac, and Wally. I don't need that. Yeah, I don't need that. So another Sky Return for another knockout. Without Hex Maniac, my Pyroar can actually survive. And all I really need is somehow to knock out that Joltik from the active position. So if I can't do that, no, not a Joltik, Shaymin from the bench, I need somehow to knock it out. So the question is if my opponent actually have VA Seeker for that Hex Maniac, and if he actually wants to do that. Then again, I can also knock out his Pookaboo from the active spot with my another Pyroar. So there's a VA Seeker for that Hex Maniac, so it's going to happen. And the question is, do I want to end him down to 2 cards? Probably I want to do that. So he took that double Colorless energy. A Fighting Fury Belt. Alright, so I'm going to play that M, so I can actually hand my opponent down to 2 cards, and I took that energy card, so I'm good with that. I'm going to pass. So let's see, he's down to 3 cards. If you have Lysandre, it's GG. Oh my god, he took Lysandre for the knockout. I can't believe that. Alright, so I want that coin flip, and I will start first. Okay, not the best opening hand. A single Litleo. I mean, I have energy that I can attach to it, and on the other side I see some Scorched Earths and the rare candies, so probably a Garchomp. Probably Garchomp deck. I mean, I can always go with my N on my turn 1 instead of the Professor Sycamore, but I don't know what I can top deck. Oh, Scorched Earth. It's actually Flareon. So I can grab with my Ultra Ball right here Entei, and I can actually attach 1 energy unit. Alright, so all Pyros are here, 6 energies only in deck. Whoa. And 1 double Colorless, that means that the 2 of my energies are in the prize cards. Energy, energy down to Entei and the Shaymin setup for 4 extra cards. Fighting Fury Belt, Muscle Band, Scorched Earth for 2 extra cards. There's a Pyroar. So that means that I can actually Hex Maniac my opponent on the turn 1. And pass the turn. So for the turn 2 I can have my Pyroar with the catcher in play, and I can go with my Professor Sycamore. Hopefully I can find the Float Stone for the retreat. If I don't hit the Float Stone, I will not be able to retreat my Litleo, which can be the problem. At least I managed to put that Scorched Earth down, so he have like 2 or 3 stadiums in play that he cannot play right now, so that's a little advantage for me. Trainers Mail for that Skyla. Good thing is that he cannot play Shaymins if he actually play them. So Ultra Ball for VA Seeker and another Fire Energy. Very good. For Fennecan. Alright, so it's not a Garchomp, it's Delphix Break with a Flareon EX. Skyla for maybe some kind of the Blacksmith. Alright. Yeah, definitely. Maybe I should also think about another Pyroar, but I will just put this one for now, and I will go with my Shaymin for 3 extra cards. There is another Entei and even another Scorched Earth. So there's a Float Stone, very, very nice. And I can go for another Litleo right here. And for the fresh hand of the 7 cards, since I don't have Blacksmith, all I really need is a single Fire Energy, so I can reduce the damage that my opponent can actually done to me, or I can maybe even go and force my opponent with Escape Rope. So I will discard one of my AZ, maybe better even Wally. Wally, AZ, and Blacksmith. Retreat, Entei, and just Flame Screen right now. Just a Flame Screen right now. I mean, I was able actually to knock out at Fennecan next with my Escape Rope, and actually reduce the damage that this Flareon can do to me by dramatically, and actually next turn with the VA Seeker knock it out. But all that thing I can do even next turn. So this is going to be 50 and 4 more 80, 130. Not enough for the knockout. So there is another Ultra Ball. Probably maybe for, if you have Rare Candy, for the Delphix with Mystery Fire, so he can actually grab some extra energies. Yeah, I should definitely go with that Escape Rope. I don't know why I didn't do that, because the game would be over for my opponent next turn, but still it's not the end. Next turn I can just easily knock out that Flareon with the 4 energies in the active spot, so there's a Blaze Ball for 100. So how many energies I have in my discard pile? 2 of them, enough for that Blacksmith. Alright. Alright, so 2 energies onto the active Entei. I can evolve into my Pyroar, and I can also play my Scorched Earth. Alright, Lysandre, not bad. So, hit tackle, enough for the knockout, so it's a 160. Unfortunately, I took 30 damage to myself. But I'm able to drop 2 extra prizes, and it's a Fire Energy and another Litleo. So all I really need is to somehow to get rid of that Delphix from play. So I need to charge my... oh, right now it's a Delphix Break. And how many retreat costs it actually have? I need to check that. 2 retreat costs, there's a 1 Mystery Energy, 1 Fire Energy, and it's going to be another one. Interesting. And Mystical Fire for 2 extra cards. I can actually force my opponent to promote that with my... yeah, I will do that, so I need to see first what should I else do. Ultra Ball, I don't need that. So what can I do right here? I can play Escape Rope, and I can force my opponent to put that Delphix Break in the front. Then I can retreat with my Pyroar, but before I actually do that, do I really want to go with my N? So I can maybe find some extra energy cards for the next turn, like double Colorless or just a single Fire Energies. I was able to find a 1 Fire Energy and a Scorched Earth. Alright, I like that. So this is going to be a hit tackle again for 160. And I didn't do any damage to myself. But at least I can knock out the Delphix Break next turn, and if I'm able to knock out the Delphix, pretty much the game is done for my opponent, that's for sure. Still I have that Lysandre, even if he tries to retreat, but he definitely don't want to retreat, he needs to attack as soon as possible. But then again, I have double Colorless ready for my Pyroar. There's a Blacksmith, 2 energies down to that Flareon. He actually needs Hex Maniac to knock out my Pyroar. Without Hex Maniac, he will not be able to do that. So Flare Reach for a 1 additionally energy on that Flareon, so he is actually ready for the attack. A Blaze Ball for 110. Then I can just promote my Pyroar in the active. I can also go with my Blacksmith. So I can attach 2 more energies onto my benched Entei. So I can also attack with my Entei, and how many energies in total? I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so I cannot... I will just do a Scorched Fang right here for 60. Enough for the knockout, take 1 extra prize. And pretty much I have Safeguard from that Flareon EX, so he cannot attack my Pyroar, so he needs be a Seeker for Lysandre, or just a single Lysandre to be able to knock out my Pyroar. So far so good for me. Next turn I can just hit pretty much for the 90, and once again for the 90, which is enough to knock out that Flareon. Even if he tries to bench down something like a Fennekin, I can just use my Pyroar and knock it out. So I guess I have victory in my hand right here. So pretty much once I was able to get rid of that Delphix Break, I guess this is pretty much GG. So there's a Skyla for Professor's Letter. With Professor's Letter he can grab 1 extra Fire Energy, alright. I mean, he can grab 2 basic energy cards, but he decided to take only 1. And he played a Scorched Earth and a Super Rod, so he can put back some I'll probably Delphux Lion into his deck back. 7 energies. Oh, Flareon, Fennecan, and the Delphux. And it's my turn. So since it's my turn, this is very interesting because I can just use Scorched Fang right here for 90, and next turn I can actually knock out that Flareon EX. Really depend on what my opponent have, and there's a Lysandre for that Entei, so he decided to put that Entei in the active. So he can hit him for 110 with a Blaze Ball. But then again, I can just easily retreat. I can just easily retreat and finish this game with my Pyroar and actually take the victory right here. So yeah, right now you can see how good this combination can be. Once again, there is a full deck list, so if you're looking to build it, you can definitely try. I'm running 1 Muscle Band, 4 double Colorless, and 8 Fire Energies, which cannot be seen on the bottom of your screen. So yeah, once again, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoy watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more future videos. Yeah, if you have any questions, don't forget to leave comments below. Let me know also what you think about this deck. Definitely it works very good. In that game against Night March, I was actually I actually draw very bad, so I was not able to beat that Night March. Plus that Lysandre and my opponent and down to 2 cards was just huge for that Shaymin knockout. But yeah, pretty much if that was not the case, I would actually also win that match against Night March. So yeah, once again, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel for more future videos. If you have any questions, don't forget to leave comments below. Let me know what you think also about this deck once again. And yeah, till the next time, have a nice day. See you in the next video, and goodbye.